Welcome to the Energy Healing Podcast, a podcast dedicated to you in search of unconventional methods of meditation and energy healings. A sacred space where knowledge flows freely and your questions find their voice. I am Sonia, your host, and it is both an honor and a privilege to guide you on this transformative journey. Thank you for joining us on this profound exploration. Dear friends, family of light, welcome. Welcome to the Divine Matrix podcast series. To all our returning listeners, thank you for continuing this journey of inner transformation. And to those joining for the first time, welcome. This space was created to inspire, uplift, and reconnect you to the divine voice of creation. Let the light of your heart continue to awaken the codes of divine wisdom and love living inside you. Wherever you are on your path, you are exactly where you are meant to be. Today we are going to start with what are the sacred codes of light. There is something within you that has changed in a subtle way. Something so subtle that you probably cannot even pinpoint when it started. Something that responded before you even understood it. Maybe a subtle recognition, a quiet resonance, a feeling that something is familiar even if you cannot give it a name. That is how the sacred codes of light begin to awaken. They awake within you, not through explanation, but through resonance. It is not a feeling, it is a vibration and knowledge. Something you know that you know, but you do not know why. In this episode, we will try to explore what these codes actually are. Beyond concepts, beyond belief, beyond imagination and expectations. Because you are not learning about them, you are experiencing, you are remembering them. They are vibrational patterns of consciousness encoded with you within your energetic field. Something that has always been there. Something that you never knew. A new perception. They are the language of awareness itself. Even before a thought, an emotion, or a form. And you know, you feel it, you sense it. There is this level of intelligence in you that communicates through frequency. This is your divine spark. The divine spark within you is awakening. Is calling you. Now it's time to listen. Take time to listen. These codes are part of that communication system. Something that are not given from outside. They are within you. Is this energy, this supreme divine energy, intelligence that is in you. And again, they're not given to you from outside. They are in you, and they arise from within you when your system becomes coherent enough to perceive them. You have reached a point in your life at this time that you are ready to perceive them. So the sacred codes of light may be understood as subtle instruction of consciousness. They are embedded in your field of awareness, but they're much more than that. So much more than that. They are patterns, waveforms, and sacred geometric unfoldments, colors that change your perception when they are activated. They are living frequencies. At this moment, they are not entering you. They do not enter you. They already exist in you. They are in a dormant state, not consciously accessible yet, but you have started. When you activate, and when these codes are activated, they begin to influence your clarity, your intuition, your perception of reality, and this sense of inner alignment. Not by changing the external world, not doing that, but by consciously activating the code from within. They're being reawakened. They have always existed in your physical body, waiting for the perfect timing. Sacred codes of light do not respond to force. They respond to resonance, sound, and language. And resonance is created through your presence, your stillness, breath, and your voice. Your voice has power. When you are aware of what is happening and go with the flow, not resisting the alignment within the heart field, if you let go and accept this alignment on your heart, if you accept the flow of energy, when you enter this state, something shifts. That internal noise constantly chattering within you, that internal noise begins to soften. You enter an inner silence. And in that space of quiet coherence, you become capable of perceiving information, subtle information that was always there. You could not feel it, hear it, know it, but was always there. It is not a thought. It's not a thought, but it is a direct knowing. It is a direct knowing, something you know. But if you do not perceive the new codes coming into your physical body, it doesn't matter. It does not matter because it's happening anyway. The activation is taking place, even if you're not noticing right now. The only thing it means is that you need a little bit more of time to adjust. Your body needs a little bit more of time to adjust. Activation is not one event only. Activation takes time. It is a process of recognition. These are memories, ancient memories of your soul stored in your heart, in your DNA, RNA. So you're not unlocking a memory within your soul, but something new in this body of flesh. You are dissolving the density that was a veil, that was not letting light come in. And this knowledge, this light was always there, always present. you were not aware. So like I said, this awakening is slow and gentle, maybe invisible at first. Invisible because your body needs to adapt, and invisible because nothing is being added. All this information is encoded within you. Every cell, molecule, electron of your body contain these codes. So slowly these layers of distortion are being released. And as you release these veils, these distortions, these layers, what it remains is clarity, simple, quiet, alive. So how you may start to know that changes are happening, it's not a fast thing. It's not like you're going to hear a bang and it's going to be drastic and you're going to say, oh, here, this is what is happening. I'm recognizing the code. No, it's very gentle, very, very slow. At first, it's slow. A slow process because it needs to give you, your physical body and your mind, time to adapt to them. Now, this process is going to be a little bit faster than maybe years ago, but needs time anyway. So it's going to be slow and gentle. You may begin to notice some signs like maybe a sense of deeper inner stillness, a deeper silence, something that you have never experienced before. A clarity that is deep, unexplainable, a perception that is so clear, so vivid, that may surprise you. Or maybe moments of synchronicity, the deja vu. You have the knowledge, the knowing, and the feeling that you have already experienced that moment, that phrase, that person, somebody you never met before, but you know that you knew this person before. Or maybe you go to a town, to a new place, and your heart, your whole being tells you you have been there before. So these feelings of knowing, this is this beginning of recognizing the codes or the activation of the codes. So it's knowing rather than learning knowledge. Is not acquire in this lifetime. My friend, these are not coincidences. They are indications that perception and consciousness are recognizing themselves. So you start to see things you thought you have never experienced before. But there you have it. Your inner system becomes more receptive, more crystalline, and increasingly responsive to light. And what we call light is not simply awareness in the intellectual sense. It is the direct experience of consciousness itself, a living transmission that awakens, remembers from within. And your body starts to become a crystalline antenna, receiving and transmitting. So sacred codes of light are not something you chase. They're something you allow. They reveal themselves to you when you're ready, when you have reached a point of your existence on earth that you're ready. And when you stop resisting, the intelligence of your awareness. Because if you negate this energy coming to you, this new awakening, you're just closing the door for further advancement in your spiritual life. So it is up to you to go further and deeper in the search for the codes in ancient languages of light. So how you start? You start by allowing at first this energy. Let the energy play you like a musical instrument. You need to allow the frequency to come in. At first, the transformation is going to be slow, but as you allow the process of awakening, things are going to change fast. So short meditations throughout the day will help you to get to the point of inner silence. It doesn't need to be hours, just little meditations. Just close your eyes or take a few deep breaths and let the silence of your heart expand in your chest. And these short meditations will help you. And it will help you also to become present enough to notice. And as you start noticing, something very ancient within you begins to reawaken. At the beginning, you're receiving the codes that help you remember what exists within you. There's something that begins to awaken in your consciousness. They are awakening of dormant powers already present in your inner field. They are not something being added to your consciousness. They are within you. They are dormant powers existing in your inner field, in your consciousness. Once this process of awakening begins, you need to keep on working and learn how to activate the codes of light to advance further, and a new journey of love and joy will start. But you need to be patient with yourself. Be loving and caring to yourself. As it unfolds, perception expands, awareness refined, and a new path begins to emerge. A journey guided not by fear, not by limitations, but a journey guided by greater love, unconditional love, clarity, joy, and much more. Remember, the light you are seeking has always existed within you. You are a divine spark on earth. Thank you for joining me on this second episode of Awakening the Divine Matrix. Let the light of your heart continue to awaken the codes of divine wisdom and love living inside you. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who is also walking the path of awakening. Subscribe to the podcast so you can continue this journey with me through all 10 episodes of the Divine Matrix. Until next time, breathe in light, speak love, love one another. Till next time, this is Sonia Ania signing off.